Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of The Spread. I'm your host, Jim Cella, in studio with JDash and Big Easy. We're going to cover a little Pens hockey today. We haven't covered a lot of Pens hockey for the year, a segment here or two, or maybe half a segment. Dash, I know you're not a huge hockey fan. Easy, you are a hockey fan, but usually not till football ends.
Right. I've caught a couple games this year.
Last year was perfect for you then. They were on strike till January.
Well, it's already the halfway point of the season. And, I mean, standings-wise, you look at them, everything's okay. When they've had some injuries, they've been doing okay. But
a lot of injuries.
I don't know. I still have questions.
The Penguins were on fire early in the season, early in October, November. They were actually leading the league in points for a while. Their power play was clicking at like 30-something%, a ridiculous number. It's all changed, especially the power play. They have just been god-awful lately. The Pens are 3-4-3 in their last 10 games, and they lost to the Capitals 4-0 Wednesday. It's not been a great stretch right now. Injuries have really decimated them. Injuries to Letang, Mata, Crosby, Malkin, Dupuis, I mean, Bo Bennett, Paul Martin, everybody. Chris Ehrhoff's hurt now. I mean, you name it, and they're hurt.
Yet, without all these star players, they did end up winning that game after the All-Star break, correct?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. They scored 5 goals without Crosby and Malkin in the lineup.
It's surprising to me. They're only 10th in the league in scoring. You'd figure they'd be higher than that with both Malkin and Crosby.
Yeah, but they're not.
They haven't got it in gear this year.
Yeah, they're not being overwhelmingly. They're still contributing, but I don't know. It just seems like they
might not have everything put together yet. Too. You got to remember, it's a new coach. It takes time to put things together. Yeah, but still, they're 27-13. 8 overtime losses. They're in second place. You can't complain that much. You know they're going to make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So it's not that big of a deal right now.
You got to be critique and criticize until then.
Yeah, you got to get their crap together, but they still got a lot of time to do so because the best time to be prepared is right before the playoffs start.
Playing your best hockey, right?
The Pens have slipped to 5th in the Eastern Conference. They got about 62 points. That's hardly a dire situation. Entering last night's round of games, not the Penguin game, there wasn't one on, but just last night's NHL games, the Penguins were 12 points ahead of Florida. That's the first team currently out of the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. And they were just 3 points off the lead in both the Metro and the Eastern Conference. So it's not like, crazy. Oh my God, we've seen them be dynamite beasts in January and then fizzle out in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
So all I care about, I'd like to see them stay 4 or above in the standings and try to get a home playoff series. But they just got to make the playoffs. They need to get to the style of hockey they want to be playing, come playoff time. And with everybody injured, it's hard.
Well, one thing that gets me is after we lost Cook, we never really had that guy that, is that
protected your stars.
But and I'm not even going to say thug, but we just didn't have that guy that got under the skin of the other players.
Yeah. And
with the addition of Downey, Downey's scrappy and Downey's doing what he needs to do, but I think that trade giving Gotch up for
LaPierre.
It's going to work, but why didn't we just start out the season with a player like that? That's what I question.
It's been ever since Mario. The Penguins really don't feel like they need that type of player to win.
They feel like the whole style of the NHL is changing, but it's not.
No, the Penguins, they're a little behind the curve.
If you can
player is even on pace to get 100 points this season. So it's not the offensive, league it was when they first came out of the lockout. They're letting that clutch and grab and stuff get back into the game. And you got to be physical and you got to be gritty. You don't have to be the biggest team on the block and bully everybody around like the Flyers try to do. But you can't let people bully you around. And you can't let people like Mark Stahl from the Rangers consistently punch Crosby in the back of the head and have nobody on your team do anything about it.
What's this guy's name they dealt? Gotch?
Gotch, yeah, Marcel Gotch.
From what I understand, this guy was garbage. Now, if he was doing something, having some assist, I understand he's fourth line, correct?
Yeah, he was good on faceoffs. What they did...
That's what I heard. He's only good on faceoffs, which is good to have, but if he's not making plays on the ice, why not bring in a bruiser?
Yeah, I totally agree. Get rid of him. he's just dead weight basically in the lineup.
A bruiser. That was the term.
Yeah.
That's the term.
And you don't even have to fight. Like, I'm not saying this dude has to go, LaPierre has to go out and punch everybody in the face. But you let your presence known. If somebody gets a big hit on Crosby, the very next time that player's out on the ice, LaPierre's line should be out there, and he should be putting a big hit on that guy. Clean hit, legal hit, but, you got to let him know that you're there.
What cracks me up is I think a couple years back, it's LaPierre actually, I think, headbutted Crosby.
Probably.
Was like,
we probably hit one of the stars on his team, so he came back and hit our star.
I don't know what he said to him now.
Crosby probably can't remember that.
Probably can't. Well, one thing I think they need to do with Sidney Crosby is they got to get him out of his comfort zone. I love Sid. I still think he's the best player in the league. He has some concussion issues and all that. He has been struggling right now. I think he has 0 points in like eight of the last 16 games or something like that. He's not playing great. They need to deal Kunitz. He loves Chris Kunitz on his line, but you got to move him. He doesn't fit what they're trying to do anymore. He can't get into the zone as quick as he used to. He can't dig the puck out of the corner like he used to, and he's not a pure goal scorer. I'm not hating on Chris Kunitz. I love the dude. He's been great for the Pens. He's been great for Crosby. He won a gold medal with Team Canada, but he just doesn't fit what they need to do with that first line. They need to have that Perron, Hornquist, and Crosby on a line. Those three. Perron is a better goal scorer than Kunitz. He's younger. He's faster. He can play either wing. He's a little better at left. And then you have Hornquist on the right. He drives to the net harder than any other winger that we have. That clears out space for Crosby and Perron. And Crosby's best thing is cleaning up pucks that come out from in front of the net. He's so diligent and strong in his legs that he cleans up that garbage. Best opportunity we have for a first line right now.
I don't know where Kunitz's head is at. I mean,
I think he knows he can't do it. I think he knows. When you see him carrying the puck into the zone, he stops at the blue line all the time now and is looking for the pass across ice to either Crosby or Hornquist because he knows he can't carry it in like he used to.
They want to get rid of that contract too, right?
Yeah, Kunitz has one more year left on his deal. It's about $3.85 million was the average salary. I don't know if that's exactly what he's getting paid next year, but when he signed the 3-year deal, that was the average per year. I've been hearing rumors they're going to trade Kunitz. He wants to leave. He's not happy here anymore with his role on the team. And one possible option for him is Jaromir Jagr.
Boo.
And I know most people are going to say just what you said. Boo, he's too old. He's a douche. This is a good deal. Jagr would help the power play, which has struggled since being on fire in October, and the guy knows how to win. He's one of the best players in NHL history. You can't dismiss that. It's only for 1 year. Jagr's done at the end of the year. You clear up that cap space. You can go do something next year. He would be great on Malkin's line. Malkin, Jagr, and Spalling would be a perfect line combination for our second line. Spalling's a bigger guy. He's stronger. He can dig that puck out. Jagr could score from anywhere. He could still skate with most people in the league, and then that frees Malkin up to do basically whatever he wants out there, and when he can do that, he's great.
I'm still upset about what he did the last time the Penguins were trying to get him.
Hey, man, he went for the money. That's his job.
I understand, but he said that he wasn't going to do that. All he wanted to do was play in Pittsburgh. He owed Mario Lemieux his career, pretty much, is what he said. And then he does the same old Jaromir Jagr.
Dude loves to gamble, man. He probably owes gambling debts to 30 different people in Russia.
But that's not the kind of people I want to root for. It's someone like LeGarrette Blount. We should have kept him around then.
Nah, I don't compare what Blount did. He walked off a team that he was part of. Jagr just took the best deal that he was offered. How do we know that's what he really said? He can't even speak English. That was his agent saying that he said all those things.
He speaks
saying
English.
Jaromir Jagr is going to help the team, that's a stretch, man.
He leads his team in scoring.
Yeah, because the Devils are garbage.
Jaromir Jagr would be a great power play for the first unit. They could split the units up to 2. We have Crosby and Malkin trying to play the same position on the first power play, and it's terrible. You add the best power play player ever. I'm pretty sure Jagr has more power play goals than any other player ever.
He's playing for the Devils now?
Yeah.
Well, they're actually playing right now. The Penguins and the Devils started
Jagr
12 minutes
has
ago.
10 goals already.
10 goals in the first 12 minutes. Not game minutes, just 12 minutes.
It's still 0-0, or else his phone would have started blasting with the score updates.
Smartphone update. Listen, I'm not saying Yager is the answer to the franchise. He's not going to be the thing that puts us over the top to win the Stanley Cup, but he's going to be a better winger for this team than Kunitz is right now, and it gets rid of that contract for next year.
I don't know. I'm iffy with
He has more points than Kunitz. How is it not a better fit? The Pens went to Evgeny Malkin and asked him if he wanted to play with Yager.
How are we going to get Yager? Trade Kunitz for Yager? Is that what you're saying?
Kunitz and a draft pick most likely would go for Yager, and I think New Jersey might be trying to get rid of a younger contract, but it would be up at the end of this year too. They're trying to clear space out this year.
Well, what is New Jersey?
I don't think he does lead his team in scoring. I see this. Kim O'Leary, 15 goals, leads the team.
Goals, is that points or
well, Henrik has 16 assists to lead the team, so...
Yeah, but you have to combine the two. Whoever has the most points.
I understand. Adam Henrik leads the team in points with 26.
How many does Yager have?
Yeah, he has 25. He's only one behind.
So when I looked it up, he's probably winning, and now he's losing.
He only has 9 goals, though, surprisingly.
Yeah, you're playing on a team that focuses more on defense than offense. Yager fits the style of play the Penguins need out of a winger for their second line right now. He fits a need for the rest of this year.
I'll tell you what he does lead the team in. I don't know if he leads the team, but he got a lot of penalty minutes here. 38, second on the team with 38 penalty minutes.
It's all right.
Get your head in the game, Jommer.
Oh, he's old. He's hooking, and he's just old.
Doesn't matter. He's still a better fit for the Penguins right now than Kunitz.
Do I want to see Yager in a throwback Penguin uniform? I would say no, probably. I could care less about that dude.
I don't understand how you can hate somebody who helped us win Stanley Cups.
I don't hate him,
He's
but
one of the best players in NHL history.
I don't think he's gonna be any different. I don't think he's gonna make any difference if he came over now.
Who's this Jordan Tutu guy? He has 57 penalty minutes, and his average time on ice is 6 minutes and 56 seconds. What is he doing?
He probably got a couple game misconducts or something in one game, and that adds 10 minutes each time.
It's ridiculous.
Well, Yager's not the only guy that they're looking at. That's just one, possible option that I heard. They definitely want to try to get a winger. They don't want to just deal Kunitz for draft choices or somebody. They need somebody that's going to help them win now.
A winger, is he Canadian?
A winger, yes, actually he is Canadian. He won a gold medal with Team Canada.
Well, if we're going to get a winger, it got to be him then.
We could get any other A winger that was Canadian.
Arnold.
But the Pens go as their stars go. Like I said earlier, Crosby has 0 points in 8 of his last 16 games. Malkin's not even playing because of injury. If the Pens want to win in the playoffs, they got to get Evgeny Malkin healthy. They got to get the first line figured out. They have to go with Perron, Hornquist, and Crosby at least to try. I get that Crosby has pull in the organization for being the player he is, and I'm sure Mario got to pick his wingers, so he feels like Crosby should get to pick his, but...
Is he still living with him?
No, Crosby got his own place a while ago.
Maybe we'll buy him a new bedspread.
But they got to get them both going. And, the way they go is the way the Pens go. Their defense, if it can get a little healthier, they got a better shot, but they need to get this offense on track. They need to get the power play on track. I'm not worried that they're going to miss the playoffs. I'm just worried they're going to have another first-round exit.
I could definitely see it happening. They have a lot of time to get their crap together, though.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter how they're playing right now because teams don't play 81, 82 games?
82 games, yeah.
On top of their game. They just got to be there at the right time.
You're right. I'd like to see them stay somewhere, like I said, in the top 4, get that at least one home ice, round. But home ice doesn't mean as much in hockey, I don't think, as other sports. You play 7 games. The playoffs in hockey are so much different. So you got to figure out the style of hockey you want to be playing come playoff time, and you got to get there. You got to get players healthy to do that. So hopefully the Pens can. Hopefully they can win tonight. Maybe the trade for Yager will come after the game.
It depends.
Depends for Yager. He probably does wear Depends. Well, that wraps up our Pens segment for the week. I want to thank you fans for listening. Thank you guys for sitting in studio with me. You guys can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Keep tuning in every week. We're going to keep doing that Pens talk because it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
Pocket.